Just testing out a G68 rotational macro I've just been playing with. Basically, I've got a part here that I've done machining on. I need to remachine the chamfer because I didn't do it deep enough. So I placed it on the table, used the super glue method to hold it down. Got it reasonably close to zero, but not 100%. I find even when I use the dowel pins on the table, it still is a small percentage out. So the first thing we do is locate our edge finder. In this case I've got an insulated touch probe because I've got an aluminium bed. So we jog that down into the hole. I'm going to centre around this hole on the part. Place my touch probes on. The first thing I always do is make sure that I actually got a contact and I don't have a contact with the bed. Right. Then we go to page 2. We're going to find the centre of a hole and we'll start probing. Right, that is the centre of my rotation located. Now we just need to probe for the angle. So we go back to page 1 on your probe screen, cross to angle, and we'll start the probe. So it'll probe 2 points, about 75mm apart in my case, and work out the angular variation. Right, once that's completed, it's come up with an angle error of 0.39 degrees. I've got a macro here that will save that angle into a variable in the file that I can then use later in my G code. Now I've saved my centre of rotation and my angle of rotation. I've loaded up a file here. You'll notice if I go down here, after the spindle starts, it actually calls the macro to initialise the G68 rotation. My first part of the toolpath will actually run around here at the exact same depth as what the original chamfer was when I made the part, just to verify I've got it lined up properly, and then it'll recut to the right depth. So what we do, so just cycle start. You notice it tells me what the angle of rotation is here, and it rotated about 0, 0. And this is highlighted in red to show that it's actually rotated. As it travels around the part, I can't hear it touching anywhere significantly. Which means I have it perfectly lined up. Now it's going to do the proper chamfer cut. Very lightly deburr all the holes. Once completed, it turns off the G68 rotation with a G69 command.